Dr. Magnolia Prince, a 38-year-old Wisconsin-based anesthesiologist, stumbled across TikTok in late 2019. She'd always liked dancing, and karaoke was a big part of her Filipino culture, but she soon became strategic about using 15-second videos and trending soundbites to educate people about the world of medicine. Another one of my doctor friends used it to talk about vaping, so I saw there was an educational opportunity, Prince says. Seizing the opportunity worked. Prince, who works in private practice and at a local hospital, has more than 300,000 followers, many of them high school or college students who want to learn more about how to become a doctor. My pain point at first was to demystify anesthesia, but then people started asking me med school questions, she says. Those are easy. As her platform grows, Prince hopes to continue breaking barriers between doctors and patients, and between medicine and people who want to pursue it. I talked to her about how she balances her TikTok fame with her work, what she hopes to accomplish with her social media presence, and how TikTok can be an earnest way for doctors to connect with people, including themselves. This interview has been edited and condensed for clarity. Elemental, was there a specific moment you realized you could use TikTok to communicate? Magnolia Prince, I got a mass of DMs after I did a video pretending I was in high school, and it kind of just blew up. The video was really simple, a message of, if you work hard, you'll be successful. But there were so many kids who messaged to thank me for the motivation and ask me questions about how I became a doctor. The people who are going into med school now are so much more competitive than I ever was. It was an eye-opening moment for me. Then, there are people who are interested in anesthesia as a specialty. I recently posted another TikTok about what an anesthesiologist does. People had no idea about my specialty, they thought I just put people to sleep and leave. Anesthesiologists are never really portrayed in the media. For me to be representing other anesthesiologists, I take that very seriously. I want to present our field in the best light. How do you come up with ideas for your videos? I get a ton of direct messages, and it's basically the same questions over and over. For example, two of the most common questions are, do I need straight A's, and, do my high school classes matter? So I pair the answers people want to know with trending dancing and a trending song. Usually it's something Charli D'Amelio is doing, and if people find it entertaining, it seems to work. I always try to present information in a fun way. I read somewhere that someone's attention span is literally 15 seconds, and it's no surprise that TikTok has two formats, and the viral videos are always 15 seconds. I have to be strategic. How can I present that information in a way people find fun for an entire 15 seconds? How has TikTok affected your job as an anesthesiologist? I work in a private practice, and the chief anesthesiologist and my colleagues are aware of my social media presence. They all find my TikToks pretty hilarious, but I do have to be mindful of patient privacy. I also really try to maintain professionalism. On a day-to-day basis, I'm focused on my work. That's the number one reason why I went to school for so long, to care for my patients and do a good job. If I film at the hospital, I do it when I'm done with work. I'll be at the hospital for a 24-hour call, reading a book or watching Netflix, waiting for cases and epidural requests. There are some days I do one epidural on a call, but I'm there all day. I don't get paid unless I do a case, so that's really my free time. As far as being recognized by a patient, it's happened once or twice. But I have my social media persona and a professional persona. I'll kind of say, yes, I'm on TikTok, but let's focus on what's happening. If there's time, you can ask me about it when we're done. I don't really allow my TikTok persona to permeate my job. That's totally separate, and I'd like to keep it that way. It isn't just doctors, there are dentists, police officers, and lawyers doing the same thing on TikTok. What is it about doctors breaking beyond the four walls of a clinic or hospital that's so important for the doctor-patient relationship? It's all about accessibility and gaining the people's trust back again. In anesthesia, I have about 5 minutes to talk to patients before surgery to get them to trust that I'm going to take care of them. We all get a very limited time window with patients. Most hospitals are just trying to churn out more patients, and we're under so much pressure to produce. The way that media has portrayed doctors has been really negative, and the fact that we don't have the time with patients that we would like to makes that even worse. TikTok is our way to be accessible and transparent, to connect with people, like back in the old days when your doctor was just your next door neighbor, so you trusted them more. Those are the myths I'm trying to bust. The number one question I get is your life like Grey's Anatomy? No, it's not anything like that. TikTok doctors have been the subject of online harassment for sharing their views on topics like vaccines. Why do you think this type of bullying is so common? I think the biggest thing is there's a general public distrust of physicians. I don't know whether that's due to the news sensationalizing when doctors make errors or movies and TV portraying doctors in a negative light. On social media, everyone has a voice. That means fringe people who don't believe in medicine also have a voice. You can easily infiltrate social media that way. I think that's why the anti-vax movement grew so much. These people think we're in Big Pharma's pocket, and it's all ridiculous. We do our jobs because we believe in medicine and that it works. We're here to help people, and that's what it comes down to. It's kind of a scary time right now because there's a true backlash against TikTok doctors, but I'm not going to be silent. I have so many positive messages coming in from students who watch my videos. I got a message recently from a person who told me she watched my videos before going to the doctor so she wouldn't be scared before the appointment. That's so impactful to me. I have trolls and haters, but that comes with the territory. But we shouldn't be silent. We need to put out more information about doctors and medicine. You said a big part of your audience is kids who want to become doctors. How do you think online content from doctors can help people who want to practice medicine? Educating people about medical school and life as a doctor is great, but doctors also need to be accessible and real. Growing up, I didn't have doctors in my family, so I went into medicine kind of blind. My whole focus is to be that person for them that can show them there is life outside of medicine. You can be a mom, and you can have a social life. A lot of the people who follow me have no idea you could be a mom or work part-time. Those are the myths I'm trying to bust. The number one question I get is your life like Grey's Anatomy? No, it's not anything like that. There's a big community of doctors on Instagram and TikTok. A lot of the doctors on TikTok are doctors I know really well from Instagram. We all have a lot in common, we're doctors who have lives, and now we're on social media. I think it's really inspiring for kids to see us online. It's like, here are these doctors, and they know how to dance and have fun. One thing that holds people back from pursuing medicine is the work that goes into it. People think, oh my gosh, I won't have any free weekends or be able to travel or have a family. We want to show people that yes, they can do all those things. It is possible. That's why we're here. Finally, let's talk about what TikTok has done for you. Obviously, burnout is a major problem among doctors. Does TikTok help with that? Burnout is a common phenomenon that seems to happen in medicine. In a lot of ways, doctors can feel like a warm body filling the need. You go into medicine wanting to help all these people, but you're put into these 10-minute slots. Everyone is just trying to do their best to connect with their patients, but there's more and more pressure to produce. I have other ways of fighting burnout, but TikTok is one of my creative outlets. It's a way for me to really connect with people. Medicine can be really consuming, and TikTok is a way to dance and be silly, and to go back to the roots of why I chose this life in the first place.